Streaming? Hi. Hello. They say I should be grabbing your attention within the first 30 seconds of the stream and or a video, so that then that adds to the Google algorithm to make me go up. So look at that exciting stuff on the screen there. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, right. So I have this Drowned Man IPA beer. I'm gonna drink this evening. I've been working on something all evening, all day. Not all day, when I can. I have parental duties and a bunch of other stuff. So let me have a look and show you. So the idea was for me to do this, which I think is bloody cool. And I'm going to give you a couple of pieces of advice. Don't do this unless you're going to go and try do this here. Download the viewer binary and just do that. I have downloaded that, but I'm not testing it currently, and I just verified that I'm going to be waiting probably until 2025 before this finishes running through doing its matching blocks. See, you get in this let's just show you from the beginning here. There is this data set that they have, and it's like, oh, that's great, thank you. An example of stuff that we can use, and inside the data set, is it here? Nope, that's not the one. Page. Sorry, I obviously got the data set. So here you go. I decided to take this Cook Spinach data set, okay? It's 1.13 gigabytes. It's about average in here. I guess there's the Flame Salmon one. But you end up getting, for the Cook Spinach, you end up getting, what is it? It's not that. This is the output you get. Okay, you end up getting these videos here. A bunch of MP4s, like, oh, awesome, I can use an MP4. Okay, so before I continue, this is for Facebook Research Neural 3D Video, which you saw the thing earlier. So you get all these videos, and you're like, okay, wow, guy cooking spinach, and I can turn that into a 3D Gaussian map. That would be fantastic. Then after about 4 hours, I decided to read the instructions, and I realized, oh, they have like a bunch of cameras all recording it at the exact same time from multiple different directions, showing, and it actually says Nerf here. I think that's quite clever. Maybe, I don't know if that was done on purpose. Probably was. Isn't it? Is it Murph? Smurf? I don't know. But so it's recording it all kind of similar to the Matrix style. Now, I've been trying to get one of these or courses or Gaussian splatting things running for a long time. And I failed after a day or so because of NVIDIA's CUDA toolkit, my lack of understanding, a bunch of other reasons. But I thought, no, I'm going to force myself through it this time. And I went and I did the intelligent thing of actually going to the NVIDIA toolkit site instead of just talking to ChatGPT about it. I ran through WSL Ubuntu, and I ran the local file here, got this, wget. Before you do any of these things, just do this. Just do this. This is important. This will give you the 12.3.1. Generally it should work and host the rest of the stuff below it, and then run this afterwards and it'll install for you. It takes a little while, and if you're working like I am in this case on two separate Conda environments simultaneously, then run it in both of them. I know it's going to take up a bunch of space. I have recognized that myself. I was actually there clearing out space on my hard drive yesterday. I've probably used 50 gigabytes today just so that I can get this. And as you can see, I'm going through, and what's happening here is I'm running another piece of code from here, which is not mentioned in the notes, by the way. So theoretically should just run it anyway. For Colmap, I got the feature extractor, which then created. So I ran Colmap originally, took the videos, and basically turned them into PNGs, right? So I got 299 PNGs for each of the 10-second videos for each one of the ones we're looking at. Then it also created this Colmap thing, but it didn't fill in all the information. Now this over here is filling in the information for each one of these. But even when I'm finished, I still have to go in and create this thing called a sparse folder for each one of it afterwards. And this is all so I can do what you could do without doing what I did. Just probably go to the original page, go down to the viewer and look at their documents. Now, for me, I've been wanting to make a game for my son based on this room in here. Get a Gaussian splat of the room, turn it into a 3D model, take a Gaussian splat of one of his toys, and then give it some dynamics in Unity. I might even go into Unreal Engine because I don't know much about that, and I find when I don't understand something, I really am more interested in it. So I wanted to have it like driving around the room and shooting things. My son is 4, and I think he would really enjoy that. So yeah, so I've been wanting to get one of these Gaussian splatting things, and I am using a Samsung phone. So that kind of sucks for some of these things, but when I saw this, I was like, oh, this is only out a couple of days ago, so it's going to be really, possibly really good. There's very few issues in it currently, and you know what, I am getting it running. It is getting there, but it's now, I believe, trying to match up what it sees in one image and in the next image, and then making a map for it in the database for each one of the actual folders that are in there. And as you can see, there's 147 to go. I actually waited to start this video until I actually thought I was going to get some success. I believe I can run this on the first 50 frames. Sorry, my daughter's in bed and my wife's not here, so I might have to run off at any moment. I might leave the stream up and running because I created this thing called I'm gone to the bathroom, back soon. Yeah. What am I thinking? Yeah, so I wanted to bitch about Samsung and Google today as well. I was hoping that this thing would be working, and I'll create a video on it tomorrow, basically reiterating what I just said now. And I should have some background music, shouldn't I? Because I can be boring sometimes. So I've been going to Suno AI for music. I think that, but I go down to the holiday theme one because it's not so bad. Oh, I haven't got the sound turned on my headset. I believe I still had audio going through here. Yeah, that sounds cool to me. Yeah. I'm just gonna go check myself online. Yeah, so I wanted to bitch about Apple and no, not Apple. Yes, I actually do. I want to bitch about Apple, but that's as far as it goes. I want to, but I can't because they're actually doing so bloody well. And what I mean by that is not financially or even making a product that I truly like. They're not screwing up like Google. I really liked Google. I really did. I really want them to do well. But they're not doing well, and I don't know why they're not doing well. I know the reason why I feel that they're not doing well, and that came out with doing a demo early last year. No, it came out with ChatGPT. I was already disappointed in them beforehand. Sorry, I'm just looking for my channel here. I don't mean to be rude, because sometimes I don't know if somebody's messaging me. And there we go. Or if I'm up early last year. Yep, sweet. I'm just turning myself off now. Okay, so back in November, I'd already started getting into. I was already working on a bunch of augmented reality projects while in Trimble, and I saw something. Oh, Stable Diffusion was out, and we could run it at home, and I really liked that. And I was setting it up, and we were like talking to about DALL-E and stuff. And one of my colleagues in work, nice guy, ended up talking about, have you heard about this thing called ChatGPT? No, I haven't heard about it. I don't like the idea of just talking to something, you know, like there's, was that thing from Microsoft a few years ago. Went on, tried it, blown away, loved it, and then was hooked. And I was basically on LLMs for the last year and a half. Then I started making apps by the end of like December, and just using it for my own current projects and anything and everything else. It skyrocketed my productivity. Now, what happened afterwards? Why do I hate? Okay, so by the end of December last year, I was thinking to myself, well, why hasn't Google released this? Why hasn't Google got something like this? And then they had their Code Red meeting or something at some point, and they released Bard, and Bard made a mistake on the day about something that I didn't pick up at the time. It was a scientific question that it was asked, and what was I thinking? So, yeah, Bard made a mistake, and I was just flabbergasted that they couldn't do this. It's like, you have thousands of people getting paid 3, 4, 5 times as much as I'm getting paid at my job, working on this thing for years. The last major thing in my mind that I heard you guys doing was, like for the public, was like, you changed, well, okay, so in my mind, in my history, just me personally, is they changed the slogan of their company to removing doing good or something like that. And I was like, okay, well, it's Google, and you know, they're probably doing good. But they seem to have stalled over the last like bunch of years. And I'm like, why have you stalled? You know, it's you, Microsoft, or Apple. Now, as a person growing up in the early 2000s, you know, there was like all this thing about the PC master race, and we hate the PlayStation crowd and the Xbox crowd, and it's always kind of in jest. Some of it's a bit true, but you know, they're right to feel the same way they feel about us, or blah blah blah. But I really didn't like the Apple products or crowd or whatever. My wife has got an Apple phone. I didn't like the ethos behind it, and the idea of having a nice looking outside case but a crappy inside power, can't play games. Like, what are you doing making something like that where it can't play games? Now, I haven't been playing games for 6 months. I've been working on this kind of thing, and I might as well put up a better looking image. So I've been working on games not games. Been working on these kind of things. Make it full screen. I can make it full screen for you guys, can't I? Except for this thing's in the way. Yeah, deal with it. Oh no, it looks like it's, oh, there we go. It looks, at least it looks cool that way. So yeah, so Apple is completely different than what I think of it nowadays, or I used to think about it. Like, my wife's got her files organized, it's nice. I don't think it costs her anything to actually have the connectivity between her Apple computer and her phone. Whereas, you know, Microsoft charges me all the time, like once a month, and Google wants to charge me as well for using their service with their Drive software. And I know I have a choice in those things, and I don't need to use them, but you know, you want to have some online storage of some sort, and yeah. Whereas what really has pushed me over the edge is these projects that I've been working on. as I understand it, Apple is a more of a Linux-based system. I think Windows 11 is now as well. But WSL seems to have more hiccups for it, working with NVIDIA stuff, than Apple does. And I am just looking at that screen and image the entire time. So, yeah, what really got me was that that Tim Cook guy ended up bringing out a model recently that is like 2 billion parameters, I believe, and I think Microsoft is working on it too. Like, Microsoft has stepped up in the last short while, but basically by buying out or working with OpenAI and leveraging them. So is it Microsoft? Isn't it? I don't know. You try to use a Microsoft service like Azure and as like a normal user, and you see how much of a pain in the ass it ends up being. As a user of Microsoft products, I find it difficult and irritating and full of, like, you have the authentication thing. Oh, back and forth. Is this you? Yes, it is me. Yes, I've told you it's me. Let's log on again. Google now has also ended up getting in my bad books because of the same thing. Because I've now been told that if I ever decided to, I'm being recorded. If I ever decided to like monetize my channel, I might get stuck with having another AdSense on a different product. Now I have another AdSense on a couple of other products. I think I have a website, I have a couple of apps, and I think I may have had some stuff from a few years ago. And if you end up with a YouTube channel and it gets enough subscribers and you start getting a chance to get some revenue from that, then it wants all these other ones gone, and or you have to combine them all into one by deleting them and then associating these again with that. So it's like, even if I do get this channel up off the ground and I start going for advertising, then I'm still going to be, I have one chance to get it right. So I say I set it up, I apply, they go no, then they'll block me for 30 days and then allow me, then if I go and apply again after trying to fix what I think I fixed, then they'll block me for 90 days. No, okay, fair enough, that's one thing. Second thing, Google has decided that you need to have, I've heard that you need to have 20 people signing off on your app that have been testing it, that are of a qualified level, before they'll allow their apps onto the store now. I don't know if this is a new development or something that is coming. It's like, okay, wow, that's another thing. And also, you seem kind of shit at producing new, innovative, large language models, despite the fact that you were the ones that came up with transformers, and I believe that's true. I don't know if it is or isn't. And you have had DeepMind, you are working on quantum physics or quantum computing, and everybody has respected you and trusted you for a long time. And yeah. So for me, I'm like, well, I don't even know if I want to stick with the Google product anymore. And I'm then insult to injury. Okay, so you got Samsung. My favorite Samsung of all time was the Samsung S5. I could go into the airport with the Samsung S5 and it had an infrared transmitter on the top of the actual phone. I've told this to a lot of people before. And I could sit in front of a TV and I could turn up the volume on those TVs with my phone. And people would be coming over to me, it's like, oh, can you turn up the volume on this one? I think I did it in Singapore. Or it could be some other place, but I was like, yeah, no problem, here you go. And they ended up getting sound on their TV, and they watched some American football match. I was watching something else, but it was just a cool experiment to me, and I didn't make it too loud or annoying or anything like that. But that was the cool advantage of using a Samsung phone like that. I could take out a battery, I could replace it, and the phone would be working still. It had a lot of sensors on it, and now I have the S22 Ultra, and I like the pen on it, and I think it's a great phone, but I missed the trajectory that I thought this was all going in. I thought this was going in the direction of, more sensors and tech and stuff like that, but instead they try to export some of that tech onto into your wrist watches. I don't like wearing watches. I hate wearing watches. I feel restricted by them, and that's the only option I have, and that I'm aware of. I feel as though Samsung is being more about just seeming like a really good product rather than actually being a really good product. They want to have the prestige, but they don't have the I don't know what else to say. They don't have the actual grunt that I like. I think I'd like, okay, my wife is always telling me about how Apple phones take much better pictures. I think I'm colorblind. I will just have to accept that she's telling the truth. And I also don't like taking pictures that often. I haven't been doing YouTube streams or shorts or anything like that for a very long time. I'm just kind of like, oh, there's a lightning storm. I better point my camera at it. Oh wow, I got a lot of views on that. I didn't expect that. I'll do it next time it's happening. Oh, my son is taking a poop in the bathroom. There we go. Right, I guess I can't put that online. But that's as far as I go. My wife is like, oh, you're not standing in the light. We're not in the right direction. It's like, okay, cool. I don't know about that. But I do see that there is a lot of capabilities there. But the camera quality on the Samsung is theoretically better, but the camera quality the image quality that you end up getting on the iPhone is better, and I think it's down to the way that they're managing it, the software behind it. And if I think about Apple as being like an all-encompassing business and that manages every single piece of its product really well, I like them more. I like them more now. And you have no idea how sick I feel. My wife, I told her this morning that my next phone, I'm definitely thinking about getting an iPhone. I really don't want to, but I'm probably going to. Maybe when I get a job. She's like, no, let's go out today and get one. You can get it on a plan and pay a small amount of every month. I don't mind. She really hates me using a Samsung. But, yep, I might be getting a blasted Apple phone. And I might be not deleting, I'm going to possibly dual boot my computer here because I'm getting sick and tired of using WSL. I don't even know if I'm going to get much advantage out of using an Ubuntu boot version on my computer over WSL command line interface. But I'm considering it. Yeah, okay. So this again, Gaussian, space-time Gaussian. It's got a great name. I really wanted to use it. I really wanted to see it. I really wanted to have it in my house. Can you imagine having throwing? I was thinking I get somebody to throw a tennis ball, and then I can capture it, create this Gaussian image of it, and then have a game world around that environment, and then driving through it. But of course, I don't have 10 cameras to do the exact same thing at the exact same time. But theoretically, a scene like my kitchen over here, that doesn't really move. So I could go and take a video of it here, take a video of it here, take a video of it here, 10 seconds each frame, and then create the same thing. But I think it's cool. I don't know if they have any more demos on the page. It's just the output GIF. Yeah, so, as you can see, this is still running. I'll leave it running overnight, but I wasn't going to be able to get anything out there at all unless I actually just went online and started chatting about it and bitching about my iPhone desire. It probably is a better product. It probably is. Who do you have to blame except for Google and Samsung? And you know what I'm happy about actually when I'm thinking about going on to iPhone over Samsung, is this like a Samsung mafia bosses or something like that. Yeah, so like these guys getting treated like royalty, and they're just like owners of a company, and they own literally everything. Like I heard there's a phrase that there's in Korea, there's only three things that are true. What is it? Uh, Death, taxes, and Samsung. And I don't like that. It's basically they become the epitome of what I dislike. So, yeah. And the product is not that good. Like, I liked this for a long time, mostly because I could do the bloody apps on it, but now Google has now said, hey, yeah, you can do it on the software side of things, but you can't actually end up putting it up on our Play Store. The one thing that was a positive about the Play Store was that I could actually just dump shit there. And even that wasn't that easy to dump shit there. Yeah. I guess it's like, minimum level coding skills to be able to dump shit. Sorry, I shouldn't be swearing so much, but yeah. I don't even know if it is swearing. I don't know the rules around swearing anymore. Yeah. So, you can go to the Spacetime Gaussians and download their viewer.zip and run it. I've got it over there. I will put that up in the video that I'm doing tomorrow. When this is done, I'm going to try and run it from my own area and see if I can get actually anything out of it. But, yeah. You see, you got all these other ones that they've done. I don't even... time, codes, implementation, explode ingredients, camera settings, about latent code. Yeah, anywho, sorry, I do need to go to the bathroom, so this thing is going to be coming in useful. And I'll check on my son and daughter. I'll put up the cool video here. And whoever's watching, thank you for being on. I will talk to you a little bit sooner. Sorry, this is my robe. It's a bit cold here. I've had this for 17 years, and I got it because I told my mom I was bitching about my younger brother, who's like 11 years younger than me, having a robe and me not having a robe. And yeah, I have a long history with it, and I'm keeping it. But the window's open a little bit. I could close it. I might put on a jumper, look a bit more professional in a minute. But yeah, I got an explosion stain on my stained hole. So I think it was New Year's a bunch of years ago. It was New Year's a bunch of years ago, and me and my friends were out in the garden, and we had a firework at nighttime, and I knew it was dangerous to have it around. So because my other brothers were a bit crazy, and I was so I broke it open and I was throwing pieces into the fire that we had outside, and they were like, "Oh, it's only gone poop, poop, poop every once in a while." So I thought, okay, I'll just pour more into it, and as I put my hand over this hand, and like this, they explode at different temperatures. Boom! All 5 of us were, and I was wondering if I had killed anybody. Well, I was wondering if my hand still existed. It did. I'm fine. I have a lot of dumb luck in these situations. Run over by a car once. I won. I don't know if I won, but yeah, I still got run over by a car. With my ex-girlfriend at the same time. Maybe we divided up the weight. Anywho, I have been working on this for most of the day, and I'm going to move on to something else. Sorry, my wife was texting me. Walking home, went to Woolworths. Want some? Sure. Oh, she's bringing me home a snack. That's very nice. Anything chocolate related. Also, I am online. Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to be rude. And I know I'm holding really close. I'm not blind. I can actually read from here, but whatever. What was on about? Oh, the other thing about Apple phones that I do like is that they have this laser, invisible laser, which a lot of these projects that I've been looking at have been using for mapping out environments. I don't see that on the Apple phone or the Samsung phone. So Apple uses invisible VISIBL laser lidar. That's what I should have. Yeah, see. I want this so badly. Yes, Apple uses a technology called. Let's talk to this thing. This is the best of Microsoft's products that they've done in a long time. Does Samsung? Now, don't embarrass me here, because I don't think they do. Used to use rear-facing LiDAR technology in some of its phones, like in the Galaxy S10 5G, S20. See, they had it, and then they got rid of it. In the same way that, however, Samsung has abandoned its use in their phones due to lack of usage. Just you fucking annoying bunch of twats. Sorry. They're charging you just as much as one of the iPhones for one of these guys, but then they're just like pulling features out of it and going, nobody's using that. And it's like, just start cramming this thing full of cool technology. Maybe if I actually end up getting famous, I'd like to be famous to tell Samsung, you could be better. I really don't want to get an iPhone. I don't want to become one of those people. I feel like they're like ex-cigarette smokers that are like, telling off other people for smoking. Oh, it's really bad for you. It's like, just let the dumb people do what they want to do. did not know it was round when I had an S10. And I don't think I had an S20. Cannot believe that. Okay, so I don't want to have a boring stream, and I really appreciate that I ended up getting 2 new subscribers in the last day, so thank you for that. And I feel as though I'm going to go out and do something like Factorio or something like that today, as I'm a bit more familiar with Factorio, and I still need my downtime and I can't really do much anything else while that's running. So I think I can run it, and I will, and I'll be up for another hour or so, maybe 2. My wife's bringing home snacks. I'm going to enjoy that. Tell me if my eye contact problem is an issue. Am I not getting eye contact enough? I didn't mean to be giving you the fingers when I did that. Yes, I'm aware winter sale is on. Give me some money and I'll go off and buy stuff. Factorio, where are you? There we go. Here I am. Sorry, I got my children's music songs playing through my head. Oh. Just got the message. Hello. Sorry. I didn't put up my sign, did I, saying I was out? I didn't, yeah, I can see that. So, I'm going to start Factorio now that this is downloaded. I am a bit more familiar with this than I am with Dyson Sphere Program, and I think I find it a bit more relaxing. Got to keep on talking about the stuff I've been working on, and my irritation with Google for sucking. I don't want them to suck. I want them to win. I want them to be really good. I remember a few years ago, I remember a few years ago there was like an article about like, would you let Google guide your life? I was like, sure, yeah, I'd love that. I need somebody mature taking care of me. But no, they didn't come out with it. Yeah, it's been a lot since I played last. Let's go again. Sorry, I have to keep an ear out for my daughter. My son doesn't wake up at all. Let's just go with standard. I'd say I played Subnautica, but I need some time and space to be able to do that. because I really want to enjoy it. I also want to try out Million Zombies. My friend actually made that game. He was actually one of the original creators for Duke Nukem 2D that never really truly got released. And I've seen it, and it looks awesome. Darren Hurd. Great guy, lovely guy, very smart. Admire him a lot. Senior engineer. Researcher. Cool man. Okay, so we got some stuff up here on the map, if you can see it. Coal, iron, stone, these different colors. I don't know if anybody knows this game like I do. I don't know it super well. I think I'm average. Sorry, I have Suno playing in the background and I don't need that anymore. Boom. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I think I can start mining. I find myself when I'm playing these games, now, like yesterday, I was so grateful for a conversation with somebody else. But at any given time, I feel guilty because I should be working on keeping up with all this tech. I got the genomic. Go. Okay, so what am I wanting to make? I want to have one of these guys. I think I actually want to have it over here. And what else do I want to make? I want to have a furnace for it when it comes out. So, yeah, what have I been thinking? I unfortunately watched this YouTube video earlier today called Tech Lead, and Tech Lead ends up talking about don't bother going into STEM fields, because, and I think he's primarily talking about the United States, but I think in general he kind of says to everybody, he's a very depressing man. The thing is, I don't think he's entirely wrong, but I feel he is, but yeah, I don't know. He was saying don't go into STEM fields because it's a saturated market filled with people that are, super advanced and they can't even get a job, whereas, there's all this other stuff out there. Like, maybe I think he thinks he's being very helpful. And I can't say that I think that he's being very negative dishonest, but at the same time, it's not exactly something you want to hear when you're in the middle of college or halfway through your career in life. Am I halfway through? Oh, maybe I'm about a third of the way through. And he's running like a media company selling courses on how to do these things. Yeah, so there is a bit of a, I chose this field that I'm in because I want to know how things work. I do find that there's a lot of stuff that I am not able to comprehend very easily, and there's a lot of stuff that I want to do that I haven't been able to do without the benefit of having AI in the background. I can do, but not as easily as it could have been done before. So, from my point of view, I think that it's worthwhile getting into. But my point of view is based on the idea that I'm not needing to, in desperate need of feeding my family back home or something like that. My wife is. My wife is from the Philippines, and she supports her family back in the Philippines, and I'm helping her out with that. Whenever she controls the money, I just give her my paycheck when I have it, and I take a little bit for myself, and then don't care about the rest. I'm not really big. I don't have the big desires like that. Who's that Andrew Tate guy with his wanting his Bugatti or something like that? I want a good PC with a good amount of RAM. Didn't my wife? Hi, I'm online and I'm using the phone. How are you doing?
Sorry, are you using the phone?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's alright. What do you need help?
I was just asking if you want some stores with their open.
Some what?
Okay. Is Killers the one on Spain?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Thank you very much, honey. Bye. Love you. You've been messaging me beforehand. I don't think she wants to be online, except for on her own channel, but she hasn't gotten around to it. So, what was I on about? Yeah, she threw me off, sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's alright. Who's it? Andrew Tate guy with his... Oh, yeah. Wanting his Bugatti or something like that. I want a good PC with a good amount of RAM. Yeah, I want a good PC with a good amount of RAM. That's what I'm after. VRAM, that is, so I can do some cool shit. And play around with the latest tech. It doesn't require $100,000. Of course, I think that might be me being naive. I think that's fair. But I think it's also just where I'm at. Maybe I've had a privileged life in comparison to some. It's not like I've done absolutely nothing to deserve that. But at the same time, I have had it easier than a lot of people. And I find that people from poor backgrounds, as my wife has told me, are harder working. Now, I do stuff for the love of it, and I'm privileged. And I also am of the opinion that if I wasn't going to do something for the love of it, then I wouldn't be doing much at all. My brother used to want to be back in Roman times, so he could just go around and beat people with a sword. It's a lot easier. Most of my family has been in the military. It's Irish military. And yeah, I like shooting guns, but I don't want to have a gun in the house. And I live in countries that the police don't have guns. I'd rather fight somebody with my hands than actually have guns around. But I do love guns, just like I like motorbikes, and I don't want to have that around me either, because I have very little self-control. I know I have very little self-control, because a bunch of years ago, I was down at a place called Hokitika in New Zealand on the west coast, and I was allowed to borrow a motorbike, and it was my friend's motorbike, and I'd never been on a motorbike before, and within a few seconds of using the motorbike on this very, very, very hot summer's day, I was out topless, without a helmet, going down the beaches, driving on a motorbike up along the road and going crazy, and only after I got off of it, I was like, what did I do? Here I am going crazy on these roads. Are you with the kids? No, they are fine. I am online, chatting. all good, honey. Okay. Yeah, so I avoid things that I really like due to the fact that I really like them, and I will get obsessed. Maybe I need to lose my computer, find a different hobby. What was I thinking? I have this on the screen. Okay. So I should be working on a different project, and I kind of am. Where am I here? PowerShell. Yeah. Maybe I can actually put that up on the screen for you guys, and I can keep an eye on it on my second screen. Window capture. Window capture. Yes, please. And put that over there. And then I should see it on my small screen here in front of me, so I still know what's going on. Yeah, so I was very lucky to get a couple of new subscribers yesterday, and see, now I'm really beginning to appreciate the amount of effort that people put into getting subscribers online. I know that it kind of gets easier as the algorithm likes you and you're working for it, but I've been talking so much negativity about Google, I don't know if they will like me. Now there's some coal around here somewhere. There we go. Actually, just clear out these guys first. So it's hard to know what I should be talking about actually while I'm doing this. Should I be talking about Factorial? How I'm alright with it? As I'm playing this, I'm thinking to myself, I'd probably be more likely wanting to play something like StarCraft. It's full of action, lots of things shooting, less thinking involved. But I don't have StarCraft installed at the moment. I like things going splat. Sorry, just thinking out loud. Electric mining, another mining. Let me just vote. Oh, can I do electric mining? Okay. Let's do electric mining. Got no electricity. So I have to go with the burning one for now. He's also bad in this game too. You know what? I think I'm gonna swap over to FTL. The reason I'm gonna go over to FTL is I can press pause. I know I can press pause in this too though. So why am I going over to FTL? It's smaller, shorter. This is a non-stop game. I like it. I should do an MMO. Justin yesterday wanted an MMO. I need a suggestion from other people about the MMO type that I should be playing. What would you guys be playing? Ah, sugar. Shit. Nuts. Oh. I think that the reason I play these kinds of games is to take my mind off of the coding. Sorry, I just kind of realized that this may not be very useful to me when it comes to doing streaming because I'm not talking very much while I'm doing it. I remember back in the day with LAN parties, this is the kind of thing that I would be, you know, talking shit with my friends and getting some good fun out of it. Ah, that's the problem. The audience. You guys are not talking to me. You don't exist yet. Kinda hard to talk to me if you don't exist. Oh, I sound like I'm a crazy person. No. I don't know. Okay, making iron now continuously. I think that is enough for me today. Save game. Test save. And I will go on to playing FTL. So I want to go shoot some stuff in space. And I like space. Space is fun. Oh, there's Cosmoteer. I like Cosmoteer more. Yeah, I'm gonna do a Cosmoteer. Yeah, so if you're popping at any time, the more you know refers to reading the instructions before you continue on. Bum, 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 I'm crazy. doing it. Soon gone to bathroom. Okay, that's my fault. I should change that up as well. Okay. I do need some sound. Does someone like Asmongold stream straight from Twitch and then end up like continue? Most Asian shops are still open, so many Asians. Oh, good. Funny. Okie dokie. So, what am I working on? Last time I was making this thing. Missiles coming out the side. I have deck cannons. Is he shooting at me? Cool. But I do want to modify him. And then I gotta put on a couple of bad guys to fight him. Or good guys, depending on how you want to see it. What way is the front of my ship? That's the front of my ship, okay. Cool. So, what was the other thing I was thinking about today? I was looking at another thing that I wanted to work on. Um, it was like a segment anything in real time model, but I think I prefer Comfy UI to that already, and it'll probably be out in that soon afterwards. This is not bad, by the way. A crisp and juicy India Pale Ale, sessionable and refreshing. Or see, it says sessionable. That okay. This beer is alive and made with all natural ingredients. Always store cold, drink fresh. Brewed in deep southeast Sailor's Grave Brewing, Seven Forest Road, Orbust, product of Australia. Something bacteria in it. Like kombucha or something. So I wanted to add there we go. Maybe we can rescue this guy. Can we rescue this guy? Is he going for the airlock? No, he died. He didn't reach the airlock. This is the enemy ship. I do not see a lot of shielding, and I do not see a lot of ammo being sent up there very quickly. Okay, so let's rectify that first of all. Now, I believe in my past game, I saw me getting my ass kicked here. Can I do that? And can I do that? I think I can. Yeah, this is going to require you guys to initiate a conversation. Maybe I would put that up on screen. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put that up on screen. Gaming for a break. Please ask me a question if you want to chat. There we go. I have a project. Oh, why is it like that? Delete, yes. Okay, so I have to add another one in individually. I have space Gaussian running and can't do anything about it till tomorrow. Happy New Year's, guys. Happy New Year's, guys. Oh yeah, it's up there. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, back to gaming. It's due now. I think the advantage for somebody like Asmongold and stuff like that is because advantage, not that it's unearned, okay? I'm just saying advantage in the sense that it's something that he's got. Can chat with people, talk shit to them. I'm sure he talks to himself. He seems crazy enough. I think my wife might be home. Okay, so I got some shielding around there, and I think my ship is under crewed. So let's add more crew. I want to win against the enemies this time. Make it. That's not what I wanted. If you go into here, click on that, and you remember it being. Okay, it's right click. Cool, cool. That's good enough. Okay, cool. Cool. Now. Am I supposed to be talking? Can somebody tell me, would it make it more interesting or less interesting? I think it'd make it more interesting, and that's a stupid question. Otherwise you would be playing this yourself. Yes, I'm just... Okay, I was gonna put a big long cannon in the center. Okay, you forced me. I will. Let's do that. If you have a big long cannon in the center, you need to have shielding in the center. And do I have shielding? No, I do not have any shielding currently. And you should mind your own business. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. That's the kind of shielding you would need, right? If you're gonna have something in the center as a shield, then you'd want to actually have inside the grid. Okay, yeah. So I used the maximum amount that I could, and I would have accelerators going down. I know it's dividing my ship in half. What's the problem? Ah, yeah. What is that symbol? I have never seen that symbol before. I do not understand. I will figure it out in a few minutes. Okay, so it wasn't a problem. Production, ammo. Yep, just filling up that one area, so it should be fine. And we're gonna fill it up as quickly as we possibly can. We need to fill energy as quickly as we can. The problem with energy is probably going to be more so to do with this. And we're going to want to have layered shielding. Yeah. That's the kind of thing we want. Yep. Oh, I have some. Now. Hi, hon. No, it's not what I want. Oh. Make those guys. Allegiance. Clear it. And make my guy AI. And make him Allegiance player 1. Yay. Why would you fight sideways? See, it's gonna turn when it gets up there and have sideways pointing. I'm still online.
Your live stream.
Yeah, I'm doing two things at once. The thing that I was working on can't be worked on, and will take throughout the night, so I'll try to throw up some content.
But it's on now?
Yeah.
So, okay.
It's up to you if you want to be heard.
Just that you left.
There's nobody going on.
You want me to watch?
Hmm?
You want me to watch?
Unless you're going to ask me questions. Hmm?
Did they wake up?
Hmm?
Did they wake up?
No.
See?
No. I thought you would many a time,
Yeah.
but you didn't.
Asian people are alive.
Hmm.
You know the whole street of Elizabeth Street, all those Asian
Yeah.
shops, most of it are open.
Hmm.
Especially that barbecue and all the desserts. I didn't think.
Yeah.
Gongcha
Saturday
is
night.
open. Huh?
Saturday night.
Yeah, and there's actually a club as well in that in one of the buildings.
The light on the ground.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a club. That's open for
I showed up there too late one
entering.
night.
One day, there was one night when you were looking for a beer.
Yeah.
The night, yeah.
On the way home. And
Yeah.
they kind of like, no. I'm okay. Fair enough. I'll drop it. There's a space battle happening at the moment.
Mm.
I was trying to do something earlier on today. Takes a long time for the skulls and this back and stuff, and I'm back when I really have ideas for my show.
Did you ask Andrew?
He was mentioning that he might be a bit sick,
Mm-hmm.
but then he also said they're not feeling so bad now. So,
That just say we're flexible.
weird.
Whatever.
I figured we'd say that. We'll be up at midnight tomorrow night with the kids.
I don't think we should watch the proper.
No, I think so too. Would love it.
Make them sleep like this. Sissy will sleep early, but Lucas have to make me sleep at 7. And tell him that we're gonna wake him up for 5 hours.
Yeah. I want CC to be asleep in town in the fireworks square.
I think he won't be for shit, to be honest. Remember the light show?
Sissy?
Hmm.
Fireworks are explosions, I mean.
Okay.
It's different.
And just not bring the ground.
Huh?
Just not bring the ground.
Um,
So it's hard to move around with people. I don't know.
Yeah.
But of course, Sissy will have to ask us to.
that, for me, always.
I guess that's fine.
I'd rather bring it down.
Mm. Yeah. She might be sleeping.
Mm. Well, we'll know that tomorrow. Very spicy.
Yeah, I told them mild. I don't know why.
A bit spicy, really.
Yeah.
It's the end of the day oil.
Mm.
I'm using the same oil over and over.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they're changing it too. So
Hmm.
it's such a good business.
Mm-hmm.
$1 each. Easily $15 per person.
Hmm?
It's easily $15 per person.
Okay.
And then they don't have dining chairs. Like they don't have to pay for a bigger space. It's really just like it's a takeaway.
So one order covers, say, one person's pay, right? But it doesn't cover the cost of meat. How much does this amount of meat cost?
Good.
Hmm?
They're cheap. Like $5 could already give you a whole chicken.
Yeah.
In Woolworths. Yeah.
Wow.
Or Aldi.
So then at that point, 2 to 3 orders basically pays. If you get two to three orders every hour, it means that you're paying off the 2 staff and the cost of food. You get 4, and that means you end up paying for.
They never run out of customers.
Yeah.
Like I'm only comparing it with restaurants. Like for example, that Laksa House. A meal is about $15 to $16,
Mm.
and people get to sit down.
Mm.
And it's not as frequent as this, where customers just keeps on going.
And they have 5, 6 staff running at a time,
Yeah,
rather than 2.
but in the restaurants, it's just not as fast as like that.
Yeah.
And it's the same cost. I mean, the same price for customers.
This is less food,
Yeah,
less quality,
yeah,
and faster,
faster.
and they move away from it.
Yeah, it's a
It's
fast.
actually really good
It's
business.
a fast food thing, but
Yeah, I like it too.
and I'm addicted to it.
Huh?
I'm addicted to it. I can't have it every day.
Why?
It's expensive.
It is expensive.
Yeah, like this one is already $28 for us. Like that's expensive.
I thought you were only going for health reasons.
Well, kind of, but not really.
I didn't know you'd be out so long.
Hmm?
I didn't know you'd be out so long.
Really cool. At first, I went to Kohl's in Melbourne Central.
Yeah.
It's such a shitty grocery store.
Yes.
Like,
I
there's
didn't know
not
you went
much.
that far.
And then I realized, oh, there's a big Woolworths near the Telstra. So I went, and then I saw PW. I saw Bluey. Wow, this is what I really want. So I went. And then it took me a while, and then I went to Woolworths, and then it took me a while because I wanted to make a dessert for tomorrow. I want to make cheesecake. But then I realized I don't have the whisk, the electric whisk.
Oh yeah.
So I think I need to go to Kmart tomorrow for that. Then this is a waiting time of 10 minutes, a waiting time of 20 minutes. So it,
Because I usually.
not really. Okay. But yeah, that part it. But I was not really worried these kids are sleeping anyway, right? Oh, so.
It's good. I'm guessing. It's satisfying. It's getting rid of the burning of my mouth. That's why I jumped into it.
You finished already? Oh, fuck.
Me and a blow up some spaceships in a little bit.
I know there are some live stream showing that they're sleeping. Is that better?
Should I sit there then? I want my channel to be like.
I think on January 1, I should go to the beach. Let's see.
Maybe January too.
It's just that there's work the next day.
I was just thinking so late in January 1.
Mm.
They're gonna sleep till or before that. They're gonna sleep in for the first time ever. I would have them wait until 1 AM. Getting to the beach might be hard.
It's just that if we stay home, we will just be on the phones.
You're not wrong, but I don't mind. I go where. If we do go over,
have to do the screen time of the phone because he's getting used to. I don't know why you started giving him your phone for playing because remember when he's supposed to play my laptop is like every Thursday only,
Yeah.
and then you're speaking every day. And that's
Surviving and sometimes it's about giving up. Sometimes it's not.
Huh?
Surviving chronic jobs sometimes easier to give up. Sometimes it's not. I agree that the extra reduction in game and watching in general.
You just wanted him to enjoy playing.
Huh?
You just wanted him to learn that playing.
I did want him to learn in the first place, yeah, for fun. And he's getting more tech savvy. But
You're better addicted to it.
yeah, he is addicted to it already.
But he's just always looking forward to it.
Do you want to eat this up here? I finished mine.
So how can you explain it doesn't work anymore?
Get me an Apple phone. I was explaining to the people online that might watch about how I'm going to get an Apple phone and why I'm so annoyed at Google. Oh, I'm stuffed now. Thank you for that. Oh, I've lost this battle. Sorry. Ow. There we go. Okay. Are you okay?
I am honestly hoping that we won't go to picnic anymore tomorrow.
Oh yes, same here.
I need to tidy up and I need to cook something for New Year's Eve. Like I know it's just us, but I would like us to have dinner.
Yeah. I think either way is fine. It's one or the other. I don't see any harm.
Yeah, but if we was to go, that's also okay. I'm sure it's not
Yeah.
gonna be like a long afternoon.
Yeah, I think it's much harder going to do the fireworks late at night time than it is. So,
Oh, yeah, I know that.
huh?
But I think it's fun though.
Yeah.
Like you just feel the spirit of it.
Anywho, that'll be me, guys. I'm off to bed. My head is meant to be there. Good game.